Okay, so today is demo day. Don't do like those DIY channel shows when everybody just comes in and starts slinging sledgehammers and they finish the rebuild in 30 minutes. Don't fall into that. Take your time, label, save anything that's good. You can reuse it, or if you can't reuse it, you've got a template to use to make a new one. Save everything. All these Airstreams you see where they're like, hey, all the hard work's already done, it's been gutted. I would probably stay away from that because we don't know what they did. It's just really hard once everything's already torn out to kind of get a visual of what you're going to rebuild. I may not use any of it, but at least I've got it in case we do. And that's our biggest tip. So we're going to start doing this on a time lapse. We'll see what happens. We'll be labeling stuff, putting out in the garage, trying not to destroy anything. There's no need to hit something with a sledgehammer if we can unscrew it with a screwdriver. One thing you're going to need, and I'll give a shout out to, I'll find out who sent this to me, but somebody said, hey, you need one of these, and it turned out to be true. It is actually for aircraft and airplanes, and if you look closely, it's a spring loaded, holds the rivet dead in the middle, so you pop it out without having to do a pilot hole. Now sometimes you'll still have to do a pilot hole, but also within this, if you look in, you can adjust the depth, so you just barely punch through it. And this kit's like 45, 50 bucks, come with all the adapters. You just drill it. But I'll find out who sent this to me, but it was really good. So what we'll do is you'll look right here, and you'll see right there, that is where the rivets drill through these hangers. And then you can also see right here, that's where we drilled one out. If you look at this bracket right here. So that's how Airstream mounts theirs. This bracket goes onto the skin shell, and then everything kind of floats. Now on the bottom, they're mounted with hardwood screws. Look down here, you can see how this whole panel goes in there. They're all pop rivets all through there, and then the channel slides in there, and then the bottom, because we got a wood floor, we can mount traditionally like we would in any kind of construction. Again, you've got these. These are the small little hangers for the top, and then the bottom rest on this shelf right here. And if you can look up underneath, which we're trying to salvage as much as we can, this is a curtain rod. And it's too cool not to save a little. And if you come like down here, you can see, and we'll have to take this off and clean it, but those are all your curtain sliders and the dirt dollar. On that thing. Okay. I'll tell you, we'll pick up light, and then we'll set it and balance. Spin your way a little further. Ready? Here, this will be a good spot. And you'll see, once that rivet, usually if you drill and drill bits, the rivet will catch on there. This pops it right off. So we've got that off. Shouldn't be her, she's disconnected. I've covered the vent from the outside, so it's no big deal. Molding like this, score it with your knife, because what has happened over the years is people have shellacked and painted, and what will happen is it will bind it and break. And a lot of times if you score it, you'll be good. Here's what's really cool. Okay, you have a rubber line. Let's see if I can poke that through. Stay right there and I'll show you. Okay, so you have rubber line coming out of it, and then what's cool is, it's stuck a little bit. They run this copper line down in the wall and save that just because copper's cool and expensive. And then we'll go down here and take this off as well. Okay, we're just going to interrupt the video just for a second here to show you what we kind of find out. We knew we had a little rust on this outrigger next to our fender well. That kind of made sense when the tub goes out, just where water could collect and everything. But the biggest thing we saw, and if y'all know this is right or wrong, please reply in the comments and let me know. But there's this piece of stainless steel trim that goes around this edge. But I'm about 90% sure that this should be under that, so that every bit of water that comes down goes in the tub, not on the outside. Give me a reply and comment, see if I'm wrong or not, but it seems like you should do that just like you do roofing. Everything else on the Airstream comes down, but here, any water that got trapped behind there would actually just go right behind it, even with the stainless steel trim being caulked. Everything else is looking pretty clean. You'll see our breaker box. Really much hasn't changed. I mean, I know technology's gotten better, but we're running 30 amp breaker. It went down in the floor to the inverter. Inverters have certainly gotten better. And then that routes all to our AC, and then this runs all our DC. So we're going to replace all that. Our wiring is very good, so we're going to double check that in another video. Just let you know what we saw in that tub. And if I am wrong, please let me know, because I'd like to know how we're going to fix this. We're going to not salvage our tub. We're going to make a pan and use the existing fiberglass in the back. Okay, as you can see, we're standing in the same spot where we started. She is pretty empty. We've left one wall just for reference, and that's just help us with our measurements. Next step, we'll start laying out on the floor with tape and masking with our measurements so we get exactly how we want it. And then next week, we're going to be doing some polishing. We try to spice up some of the grunt work with some of the fun work. Do a little windows, do a little electrical. We'll be showing some neat products and tools that we'll use for that. Again, thank you for following Red Dog Rebuilds, and keep looking forward for the next video. It's going to be kind of fun. We're excited about the layout and how it's going to go.